All right. Hello, everyone. Welcome to episode 125 of Six Figure Live. How's it going, everyone? Hope you're doing well. Steven, can you get me queued up for our comments and whatnot? You know what I should do? Hold on. I'm trying to get better at this whole Instagram thing. It's just like I need to, right? I just need to do it. So let me also tell people on Instagram that we're live right now, because that's what you're supposed to do. I'll let some people pop on in here as Steven's getting the comments pulled up so I can see things. Here we go. Hey, you guys, I am live over on Facebook right now. Head over to Six Figure Photography. I'm doing an episode over there trying to do this little Instagram thing. Okay, cool. We'll see you guys on episode 125. There's 124 other episodes. Get on this thing. Cool, there we go. I just did that. Are you ready? You got comments? You got stuff? Okay, cool. Boom. Send. Hey, you guys, if this is your first time joining, welcome. It's normally not that clunky. Sometimes we're pretty clunky, but not that clunky to start. My name is Ben Hartley with Style and Story Creative and Six Figure Photography. And I'm glad that you're here. I really am. I love all the people that have been here for a long time, by the way. Heather, what's up? Long time listener, first time caller. Heather, it's good to see you. Look, there's so many people who've been hanging out with me since the podcast or since episode 1 of Six Figure Live. And if that's you, I'm so grateful for you. I'm so grateful for every time I see that little number up there, it says like right now, right? Like 12 or whatever. Every time I see that number go up, I just get so jazzed. But if this is your first time, my God, thanks for showing up. The entire purpose of Six Figure Live is to bring you guys behind the scenes of what we're doing here. Look, we're at Style and Story Creative. We're here in Columbus, Ohio. This is us on the daily. Like we show up every day and we're making things happen. We're building a successful photography studio, having a really good time doing it. And it's my hope that you guys can come alongside us in this process and that we can come alongside you, that we can help to inspire and motivate you guys by letting you know the little things that we're doing, because for so many of us, we're doing this isolated. We're trying to build a business alone as creatives and not as like entrepreneurs and not as business people. And so, hey, I just want to show up and help you guys out in any way that I can. Ryan, what's up, man? Hey, first time watching live, dude. Ryan, thanks so much for coming in here. Megan Allen, Megan, I love you, girl. It's great to see you here. Garrett's in the house as well. This is also why I love Six Figure Live. It's because I actually get to hang out with you guys. I actually get to talk to you. And anytime I see comments come through and little hearts and thumbs up, man, it just makes my heart soar. So anyhow, thanks, you guys. You guys, what's going on? I'm really excited for a bunch of you. I just released Booked yesterday. Yesterday. Yeah, I just released it yesterday, and I've gotten so many messages already of people just being like, "Oh my gosh, man," or like face melting, heart exploding. And so I'm super excited for the people that have gotten a chance to check it out. I wanted you guys to know. So there are three bonuses that like aren't even a part of Booked that I'm giving out today, but it ends today, and I like legit mean that. So we're pulling them away today. If you're not familiar with what I'm talking about, over the last 6 months, we've built together this whole massive video series that outlines literally every step that we take to get our calendar booked up. When I say to get our calendar booked up, we have 3 full-time photographers here, and so by the 2nd of January, we had 42 weddings booked for this year. So by the 2nd day of the year, we had 42 weddings already booked for this year in the 7+ K range. Now, hey Ben, can you give me a tally of where we're at now, my man? Thanks, buddy. Now we're in the 50s. Ben Adams is going to get an official tally. He'll slide it over to me. But anyhow, so now we're in the 50s, you guys. And I just want to show you what this has looked like for us, because I think one of the number one troubles that we face as photographers that like keeps our prices down and keeps our fear high and keeps our creativity low is just trying to get people to notice us and reach out and to try to build our client base, right? And we do all the stuff that people talk about, like word of mouth, right? Like it's so critical. I understand that. But when we're putting all of our eggs in other people's baskets, right? We're trying to just build our business entirely on word of mouth. I want my success to be more in my own hands, right? I want to be able to control that word of mouth and leverage it to really maximize it. And then just all the other stuff that we're doing, right? I get the questions all the time, like, Ben, how do I get more bookings? Ben, how do I get more leads? Ben, how do I get my name out there? Ben, I'm in year 1, year 2, year 10. What do I do? My answer is like usually everything, like do it all, right? Don't just depend on Facebook ads. Don't just depend on Instagram. Don't just depend on bridal shows. Don't just depend on word of mouth. Effing do it all. Well, I kind of lay out the entire playbook of everything that we do. So anyhow, that's what I'm talking about, you guys. Okay, cool. So 51. So we're at 51. Awesome. Which is just rad. It's just incredible, you guys. So here we go. Alongside that booked course, then I just wanted to further like sweeten the deal with these 3 bonuses. So 3 of the bonuses that are happening if people get it before today. Number 1 is an Instagram course from Jenna Kutcher. Number 2 is a small little mini series I did on an influence, understanding the 7 tricks that you can use to help get more bookings. But the big one that I want to talk about today, you guys, like the number 1 thing, this is actually, to me, like listen up, this is worth the entire course. I promise you, if you only got this one section, it would be so worth it. I actually put in a 2-hour-long video, a pre-consultation meeting of me actually sitting down with a client, right? Sitting down with a couple and going through the entire booking process, like the entire pre-consultation process. Like it's one thing for me to like write an email about this or to write some ebook about it, or for me to like come on here even and tell you what to do and explain it. But it's so different when you actually get to see it like in the wild, right? Happening. Like you get to see me actually talk with them and you get to see their real questions and the real reactions happening. To me, it's like, it's that to me is like one of the biggest things. It's also one of the biggest challenges I think that photographers have is knowing what to say and how to say it and how to position it, how to close, the actual like process that we take, to actually get the booking, right? And apart from getting the booking, it plays directly into the whole word of mouth thing. Anyhow, I'm really stoked about that, but it's going away today. So if you don't get it today, that's fine. You'll still get really sweet stuff. But if you get it today, you're getting all those things. Hold on, let me see what people are saying here. Amy says, go buy booked. It's amazing so far. Amy, I'm so glad you got it and are checking it out. Ryan says this, what is, in your opinion, the best way to get Ryan says, what is the best way to get a good first impression on a client? Like what makes them want to hire you again or recommend you to someone else? Man, Ryan, that is a loaded question. Buy booked. No, here's the deal about it. I'm not gonna actually give you that answer, and I'm gonna actually answer your question. But it's like the entire first module though is all about value-driven growth. And can I just re-emphasize this? Man, there's so much bullshit out there in the photography industry and in like service-based industry and business in general. People are always talking about provide more value to your clients and make sure that you're providing value and gosh, how to give gifts to your clients and how to love it's all this like vague value shit. I don't know how else to describe it. The entire first module is so essential into actually making your word of mouth campaigns work. Like it's explaining it and putting a different understanding on what does it mean to show up with 51% of a value to leads, not to clients, not waiting for people to book you, but to leads. So that way they can't help but talk about you. Like I just feel like we as photographers and as business people are numb to this conversation about value because it's so overused, right? It's like we hear it and we're just like, of course I'm doing that. I'm giving my clients value. It was funny, actually, I spoke at a workshop, a Mystic, and it was awesome. It was a really great workshop, and I probably spoke halfway in, and it was really great. And right before I went up on stage, a couple people asked me, they're like, so what are you going to talk about? And I looked at him and I was like, I'm going to talk about how to actually give value. Because everyone else is just like, it's watered down and it's nothing, man. It's nothing compared to what I'm preaching. I swear to you. I'm going to talk about how to actually provide value. So Ryan, to answer your question, I'm going to answer it because I don't have 2 hours right now, man. I'm going to answer it by actually, like, it's going to sound vague, but when you get in and you break this shit down, it's not. It's just, you have to give a damn about people. Like, you have to be interested before you can become interesting, right? You have to be interested in them, full in, actually giving a damn about them, curious and engaged about who they are and what they're about before anything about you will become interesting. And so I just explained exactly how we do that. But I think that's it, man. Like shit, give a damn about people. Like, actually be curious, actually want to know who they are, and what they care about, and not just your MO as a photographer about creating candid, photojournalistic stuff or creating artwork, or I don't know. I digress. Okay, cool. Hopefully, Ryan, that answered your question. It was a pretty vague, it's just such a loaded answer that I gave you, right? Like, the answer that I gave you is to give a shit about people. To become interested, to be interested before you can become interesting. It's such a loaded statement. And so I've tried to, there's probably 124 episodes of me slowly unpacking little bits of what it looks like. But anyhow, Amy, oh, cool. You dropped the link, Amy. Mikkel says, sup, Ben, where can I get it? Cool. I think Amy just dropped you the link, Mikkel. Anyhow, look here, like, again, it's literally like step by step from the moment a lead walks in the door, every single thing. And then I essentially put pause on it and I explain what's going on during that time. So anyhow, look, I don't know how to make it any more practical. Like, I keep getting questions that are people like, is this actually practical? Is it actually detailed? Like, I don't know how to make it any more practical than to literally show you guys exactly what's going on. I don't know how to do it. I really don't. Amy, by the way, Amy, I know Amy Plum's watching and she just got booked, and I know a few other people are on here. Megan Allen did as well. Amy, make sure before you watch that whole bonus pre-consultation video, the 2-hour-long pre-consultation video, please, Amy, make sure that you go through the entire module 1 on value-driven growth. That is essential. Amy, go through the entire module 1. It's a few hours long, but go through that entire module before. Otherwise, everything within the pre-consultation meeting isn't going to make sense. It's not going to have the right context to it. You're going to get the most out of it if you go through module 1 first and then go back to that bonus, just so you know. You guys, anyhow, that's that. See, here's another thing. Next Tuesday, I'm going to be doing an online training for you guys. Because here's the deal. I don't think people believe me yet. Look, if this is your first time watching, Ryan, I know it's your first time. I don't BS. I pretty much, I just shoot exactly, I say exactly what I mean. And not only that, but if I'm going to sell something, if I'm going to put a dollar amount on it, like, you better be able to make more money with it. Like, it better be worth it. And if it's not, understand this. If it's not, don't be embarrassed. Fucking just email me and I'll refund you, right? And I won't ask why. I'll be like, okay, cool. It wasn't it for you. Either you're doing something wrong or I'm doing something wrong, but I'll front the blame and I'll just refund you, right? So I fully believe in it, but I think that there's still so much hesitation out there because we've all bought things online and then gotten burned. So anyhow, on Tuesday, I'm going to do a live training on bridal expos, a full live training breaking down how we do bridal shows. We just did a bridal show about 3 weeks ago and we walked away with $70,000 in sales. Do you get that? We walked away with $70,000 of sales in one bridal show. I'm going to explain everything that we did, start to finish, for you guys on Tuesday. And so look, you can wait till then. That's fine. If you want to see if this is actually worth it, that's fine. You can do that. But these bonuses won't be there. Anyhow, apart from that, I want to know, what do you guys want to know? I want to make sure I answer it. On Tuesday, when I go to do this training, what do you guys want to actually hear me talk about? Please drop it in the notes because I want to know. Leave it in comments. Are there things that you're curious about, struggling with, that you really want to know specifics about? Because I want to craft this to be perfectly in line with what you guys want. Side note, anyone who's purchased booked already, I know there's a few of you here right now. As you go through it, if you have questions, if you have follow-up, if there's something you're like, hey man, what about this? Or could I get some more information on this? Let me know, because I'm going to constantly update this course. So if you want to know, hey Ben, I'd actually like to know a little bit more detail about this specific niche on Facebook ads. Hey, let me know. And then I'll make a whole new video for it, and I'll just update it. And everyone who's bought in the course, they'll just keep getting those updates for free, like forever. But I just want to keep making this the best thing possible. And the reason why is it's selfish. It's actually for me, because if I'm going to put my name on this, it better be good. Do you get that? Like, if I'm going to put my name on this, it better be the best damn thing that it can possibly be. And so I just want to keep updating it and keep making it fresh and new and current and relevant. And if there's something missing, ask me about it, or tell me like, hey man, I'd like more on this, and I'll make it for you, right? And I'll just keep updating it. So anyhow, Amy says this, you said you don't give out information, you collect it. Can you tell us all that you collect? Yes, Amy, that's a great question. I think a lot of people have questions about what do they show at a bridal expo? Are you showing pricing and packages? Are you showing starting price? Do you have handouts? What's the collateral pieces that you're actually handing out? So Amy, I will break down that exactly for you on Tuesday. I'll make note of that. So we'll talk about literally every single thing that you should actually be supplying to leads as they attend the bridal expo, and what information you should be collecting from them. And then we'll also talk about how you're supposed to follow up with those leads, and then as well being able to respond to the needs that every single person has. Because it'd be relatively easy for me to say like, don't hand out your pricing at bridal shows, but you and I know that you're going to get a shit ton of brides at a bridal expo who are going to come up to you and ask for it. And so for me to just say, don't hand it out, it's not a good enough answer. And so I'm going to actually explain everything. So I'll make note of that, girl. Thanks for asking that question. I'll finesse Tuesday's training to emphasize that. Anyhow, you guys, it's there. Look, I'll call it as it is. This week is going to be a little bit more of this push for booked. And I don't do this. Like, by the way, it's ending at the end of the week, and then it's not going to be for sale. And so you're going to get this heavy push this week, and I'm going to keep showing up and giving value to you guys. But I just want you guys to know that, like, this is a week that I actually have something to sell, but I actually have something to sell because I believe in it. Okay, I hope you guys get that. And I hope that for the people that actually get it, I don't just hope, I know that you're going to, it's the only reason I'm selling it. It's because I know it's worth it. And the other reason too is if I don't put a number on this, you're not going to do shit with it. You're not. You're just going to keep watching these daily videos like you always do, and keep tuning into the podcast and keep ingesting information, and then you won't do anything with it because there's no stake. You have no heart in the game. You've got no investment on your own self. And so I want you guys to have stake in this because I want to see you actually fast track it, and I want to actually see you do. Look, I'm going to tell you every possible thing, right? It's the entire playbook, and you can take it all in, but if you don't do anything, yeah, you're not going to win. You won't win. I need you guys to actually do, right? And this is like the hack to do that, right? Is to actually get you to buy in. It's the same reason. Literally this morning, I went on Amazon, and I've been interested in learning how to better tell stories for the sake of learning to better photograph for my clients, but also learning to better communicate the value that we have as photographers. So I want to get better at telling stories. And I started reading blog posts on getting better at telling stories, right? How to become a better storyteller. And they're like bullet point listing all the things. And then I was just like, I'm just not taking this seriously. And so then I just went online and bought a book because I did it for myself. It was just a hack. It was just like, look, I need to spend money on this, get the book that I'll actually read and I'll actually start implementing. Look, people are basic, man. We're basic, and we don't do shit unless we've got part of ourselves invested in it. So anyhow, you guys, I love you. I appreciate you. Sorry if this week, no, I'm not sorry, actually. I was going to apologize if I felt too like pushy towards this thing this week. I'm just not sorry because I know it's good. Anyhow, I still appreciate you guys and love you. Hey, heads up. I've been behind on the podcast. A new season is starting. New season of the podcast is starting. I've got one thing I want you guys to do. I'm lining up all the interviews that I'm going to be doing for the Six Figure Photography podcast, and I want to hear from you guys. Drop it in the notes. Who do you want me to interview? who do you want to hear from on the podcast? Because I'm getting the season lined up. It's going to start next week, and I'm really excited about it. So anyhow, cheers, you guys. Thanks. We'll see you guys tomorrow. And feel free to keep, if you email, call, text, message me, I'm on the other end and I'll respond to you. So thanks, guys. Appreciate you. Cheers.